So, thanks for joining me today. We're going to have a short session on breathing. So, let's make sure we're in a good position. I am away from the back of my chair. My feet are roughly in line with my hips. And I'm going to put both hands onto my stomach. And I want us just to focus breathing in and out through our nose. Feel your abdomen expand as you inhale. And move towards your spine as you exhale. Going to take a couple of nice deep breaths, moving our abdomen, our diaphragm forwards and backwards as we inhale and exhale. Bringing our focus, our mind into ourselves, increasing that awareness of what's happening in our body, and just focusing, spending time to focus on our breath. So where the breath goes, the mind goes. This gives us great opportunity to really focus internally, increase awareness of our body, of what we feel, and help us to recognise the potential within our body and within ourselves. So let's just take a couple of nice, long, deep breaths in and out. Don't force it, never force it. Go at your own tempo, but increase that awareness as you inhale and as you exhale. I like to think of the wave on the shore. There's a very slight pause as it rolls onto the shore, and then before it comes back onto the beach again. So you might like to use that analogy at the top of the inhale. A very slight pause, and then let the exhale develop. And at the bottom of the exhale, again a very slight pause before the next inhale. So breathing in and out through our nose, we help to build up the parasympathetic system, takes us out of fight and flight, helps us into a more balanced neurological place for our body to heal, to balance, and to create that centre of balance. Okay, so now we're going to move our hands from our abdomen and move them to the side. And we're going to, if we can, with both hands, if not, just with one hand, or if you need to, hands in front without taking your thumb away. But create some resistance so that as you inhale now, you're going to think about moving your breath out to the sides, expanding to the sides and in. If we recognise that the diaphragm and our lungs are not one-dimensional, but they move forwards and backwards and to the sides, then let's focus on that sideways movement. It's not only is that helping to expand the lung capacity, but also massaging the organs around the base of our ribs and in our pelvic cavity. So the liver, the kidneys at the back, the spleen, the stomach, our intestines, we're all going to be massaged. Blood's going to be more flowing to these organs if we can expand outwards to the sides as well as forwards and backwards. So take a couple of nice deep breaths to the sides, really focus on that sideways movement. It's not going to stop us moving forward as well, but we're going to focus particularly on that sideways. just notice how your body feels as you're focusing on your breath, how your mind feels. Really focusing on that breath. And take 2 more breaths like that. And 1 more breath. Good. And then rest your arms beside and give them a little bit of a shake. Good. And slow it down. Okay, fantastic. Now we're going to bring a bit of energy to our lungs, to our lung areas, to our chest. And I'm going to do a mirror image. So take your right hand and you're going to find your collarbone and go to the end of that collarbone, or in the middle rather, sorry. Come to a spot. Take your fingers together like a pinch, and you're going to massage that area. You might find some soft areas a bit tender. So these correlate to the lung meridians. So Qigong, based on traditional Chinese medicine, enabling Qi, the energy that's within us, to move more freely throughout our body. So the lung meridian starts up here in our collarbone. We're going to come back to this area in a minute. So once we found that area, we're going to give it a little massage, and then we're going to just tap gently on that area. And again, never create any pain. If it's tender, you might want to focus on it a little bit, but you might want to come away from it. It's absolutely fine. Keep breathing in abdominally as you're doing this, and nice deep abdominal breaths. And 1 more breath. Good, and then rest your arm down. Just notice how your body feels. And then we're going to do the same to the other side. So pinch in your fingers, find that collarbone, and then a soft area just underneath it. Give it a massage around that area again. Find the tender spots. Choose for yourself whether you focus on that or whether you stay away from it a little bit. How heavy the pressure is or light the pressure is entirely up to you. It's got to make you feel better. Keep breathing abdominally, and then we're going to knock on that area. Give it a few taps. Keep breathing deeply, really good. Lovely. And then slow it down and just rest your hands. Perfect. Okay, so before we move on to the next, we'll come back to this wave breathing, I'm going to call it. I'm going to put 1 hand on our stomach and 1 hand on our chest. And we're going to continue to breathe in abdominally, but we're going to fill up our lungs and feel that movement all the way up to our chest. So inhale through your nose. And exhale from the chest down to your abdomen. Feel the stomach retract towards your spine. Again, still breathing in and out through our nose. And still using the analogy of the wave on the beach. Very slight pause at the top of the breath and at the bottom. And 2 more breaths like this. If you can, involve your spine as well, so a little bit of forward, backward movement of the spine. It's always good. Remember your diaphragm and muscles connected to your spine. Perfect. And then 1 last one. And rest your hands down. Good. Okay, so we're going to use that movement of our spine forward and backwards. Going to take our fingers back to this area with our lungs. And we're going to come forward and exhale. This time we can exhale out through our mouth. Then inhale, abdomen. And we're going to use our elbows, exhale and inhale. Exhale, come forward, chin forward. Bring your elbows close, chin close, and inhale. Exhale and inhale. And then one more to this forward direction. And then we're going to come backwards. You can bring your elbow up, lift your chin up, and elbows forward and lean forward. So inhale and exhale. Inhale as you lift your elbows up, and exhale. Again, exhale out through your mouth, inhale through your nose. So you're releasing that cloudy air, the air that you don't want, but breathing in through your nose, the air, the energy that you do want. And one more. Good, and then rest your arms down. And then let's relax our shoulders a little bit, bring our shoulders up towards our ears, and round and back. Again, exhale out through your mouth. Good. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Fantastic. Okay, now we're going to stretch the muscles down our shoulders, and again in line with Qigong and traditional Chinese medicine, we have meridians that go along the inside of our arms and meridians that go along the outsides. And the meridian lines, if we think of them as like rivers, all connect to different organs: lung, liver, kidney, intestines. Won't bore you with the detail of that at the minute, but what I want us to do today is to stretch the external yang meridians and the yin meridians on the inside, the yin meridians. So, if we can, take your arms to the sides and bend your palms up. If that's too much of a stretch at the minute, keep your hands down, but have them resting on your knee. So you're still having that stretch, but you're resting, taking the weight off your shoulders and rest them on your legs. So I'm going to show, we'll do this one here with our hands to the side, but I modify it to the way that works for you. And if one hand only, then again, take the hand down, and if you can't stretch in that way, it doesn't matter. You're still going to be releasing tightness and tension, which means that we can then use that negative energy that's caused the tightness to then create more positive energy by opening up these rivers of energy. So again, breathing in through our nose but exhaling out through our mouth. Take your head to one side and just let your head rest on that side. Exhale out through your mouth. Then bring your chin forward down to the floor, and then take your head to the other side. Again, inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And then take your head just straight back to the other side, so don't tip it backwards, just take it across. So we're going to create almost like a half circle. So inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. As you're exhaling out, you might want to think about cloudy air. So you're letting the cloudy out through your mouth, stale old air that you don't want. And creating more space for that fresh, white, pearly air that you're going to breathe in. One more rotation. Nice and slow, never stretch it, never force it. come back to the middle. Good. And then we're going to turn our hands the other way. So you're going to create a pinch like we've done already, and you're going to take it down to the ground. Again, if you don't want to do that, rest your hands on your legs. And this time we'll go the other way. So rest to one side, chin down, exhale to the other side. Take your head back across. Again, don't tip your head backwards, we're just doing a forwards rotation. You might feel some tingling in your hands and your shoulders. If you need to rest at any point, just take your hands down. This has all got to be working with you, your own body, your own parameters, your own things that you want to achieve. It's not a competition. And then last time, nice deep breath in. Bring your head back to the middle, hands down, and then lift your head up. And just notice how your body feels. If you feel tingling in your fingers, energy passing through your body. Perfect. So now we're going to do a bit of a twist. I'm going to come back a little bit on my chair. I'm going to bring our palms together. I'm going to again do a mirror image. So I'm going to take palms to the right. And then I'm going to look over my left shoulder. I'm going to exhale out through my mouth. And then bring my palms back. And take them to the other side. Look over that right shoulder. Back to the middle and inhale. Exhale. Stretch that arm if you can. Look over that shoulder. Exhale. Back to the middle. And switch. So again now take it into your own tempo. You can do it slow or as fast as you want. Try and incorporate your spine as well, so as you dip into the middle, you feel that loosening of your spine, and then straighten up as you take your arms to the sides. Go over that shoulder. So we've loosened up our shoulders, now you're going to maximise that and stretch a little bit more, looking over that shoulder. Good. Now this time as we take our arms to the side, we're going to hold that position. So just hold it, exhale, take an extra breath here. Exhale and come back to the middle. And then again look over the other shoulder. Exhale. Take a breath. Another exhale, come back to the middle and just rest your arms down. Great, okay. Now we're going to use that same movement and we're going to move our spine to the side. So let's bring our hands into the middle. So we've done that nice stretch. This time now we're going to move our hands like a dragon. So we can go forwards and backwards, up and down. That same movement with our hands. Nice and slow. Sideways movement. Feel that movement starting from your hips and flowing all the way up your spine. Take it above your head. Just go with the flow. Feel that movement coming from your hips. Keeping your palms together. Incorporating to the movement of your arms. So you're loosening the muscles around your spine. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. And then come down and down and down. Good. And bring it back to the middle. And stop. Okay, so how are we doing for time? I think we could maybe release some tightness and tension around our heart area. So the summer, we're in the summer, believe it or not, with the rain chucking down. I'm going to take my hands and start from the top of the sternum and just massage between the ribs, up and down. Area again where we store a lot of emotion, a lot of tightness. We don't realise it, of course. We're going to release the emotions that may be stored here and around our heart centre. And then with loose fists, we're going to start from this top bit and we're going to work down and come back up and work down. So we're massaging and moving that all the way down, away from the heart centre. Nice deep breaths. And one more. Good. And rest down. Okay, so hopefully you feel a bit looser. You feel your spine a bit looser, the space between your shoulder blades a bit looser, and your shoulders more relaxed. So you're going to use that energy now and move it into the flow. So the hands loosely beside our sides, bringing our arms up to about shoulder height and dropping down on the exhale. This time we're going to inhale and exhale through our nose. Nice loose wrists, loose fingers. Again, using the hips and the spine to initiate that movement. So we're not lifting from our shoulders, it's from our centre, from our hips. Inhale and exhale. Opening the flow, this movement's called. Nice and flowing. Using that energy that we've created for positive, effortless movement. The more slow the movement, the more we're building up energy inside of us. Feel the chi, the energy build up slowly, slowly. You can do it with your eyes open, or if you want your eyes closed, just lose yourself in the moment. Lose yourself in this mindful meditation. If you can, match the movement with your breath. So as you take your hands down, it's exhale. And as you lift your arms up, you inhale. And let's do 2 more of these. And last one. And then rest your hands on your lap. And then we're going to take our arms to the sides. So take your arms up to shoulder height. And inhales, you take your arms apart. And then turn your palms so they face up. And we'll form a ring with the thumb and the first finger. And exhale. You can exit through your mouth, through your nose, sorry. So inhale through your nose. And exhale through your nose. Inhale and exhale. So this movement corresponds with all 3 lobes of the lungs. We're going to move them down in a minute. It's a bit more at chest height. So inhale and exhale. So you're bringing energy into all 3 lobes. Bring your weight forward as you inhale and drop back as you exhale. And then move them slower, lower even, so they're at waist height. Take 2 more. And last time. And then we're going to hold that position, bend your elbows and bring your fingertips towards each other but not touching. We're just going to hold this position to help build up that energy in our bodies, to increase our resilience. So our elbows slightly away from our bodies. You might feel some energy between your fingertips, almost like a repelling as two magnets. Loosely that thumb and that index finger. Just hold that position, breathing in and out, feeling that your abdomen expand as we've been doing all the way through. 2 more breaths. And then rest your arms down. And bring your hands onto your stomach. Close your eyes for a minute and just feel that energy move around your body. Nice breath in and out, feel your abdomen expand on the inhale and retract on the exhale. Take a couple of nice deep breaths. And then open your eyes, rest your hands down, notice how your body feels, and have a great rest of your day. Thank you ever so much for joining me. Bye now.